Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. And on this episode we're going to be going over the update 4.7, and you can see there's a few changes they made here. New features include an overhaul to enemy populations. Wait for it to go ahead and load it back up. Between 50 to 100 new enemies added, more hybrid enemies added for variation, critters and nomads population types added, different spawning rules and behaviors. Enemies now spawn depending on biodomes, I guess. Grass Lion equals GSO, Desert equals Venture, Mountain equals Geo, Corp, and Salt Flats equals XP and GSO. Invaders no longer spawn in Grassland, which is a huge help if that actually works. And discovered recipes now display in Fabrication, Refinery, and Scrapper overlays. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game. The last one we had basically got destroyed. No, we're not going to do that. It basically got destroyed because they spawn so quickly. These incredibly hard guys that you can't kill any other way. Hold on one second, it's a little loud. We're gonna go in here and turn the music way down. You guys probably couldn't hear anything I was saying just a few minutes ago. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let's go ahead and exit out, resume, and here we go. Cab has a widescreen on the front. This determines which way you can look. So it's going through the same little tutorial that it always goes through. We're going to go ahead and put those on. Put our wheels on as well. And it tosses those pretty much all over the place. If we can actually pick these things up. There we go. Go ahead and pick these up as well. And they're not too hard to put on. And now it's going to give us a little weapon to throw on the front. And there we go. And we also get a plow that we can throw on. Now these are pretty good, as in they take quite a bit of damage before they're destroyed. So we got our little thing working now. And this little shield over here you can actually come over to and repair your bot when it's damaged. Most weapons automatically aim towards enemies. That's kind of nice to know. An enemy is near, defend yourself. So it just spawned one right here towards us. I'm going to come over here to try it to make sure that we don't destroy anything that we want. There we go. Go ahead and toss this on the back. That's not exactly what I had in mind. There we go. Now when you put these things down, you got to remember that they can't be facing forward. Otherwise they are blocked by the one in front of them. So what you want to do is move it. And then use the scroll wheel to change the direction that it's facing. You can change it where it's facing backwards, sideways, whatever. But you don't want it facing in the exact same direction as the one in front. Otherwise, it won't be able to hit anything. And there's no reason not to have a few extra wheels. Oh, wow. So I can stay in here and basically be almost unkillable because I'm basically getting killed as I'm in here. Now we got another block, so I'm going to take off this wheel. In fact, I'll go into build mode. I'll take that wheel off, put this on, and now I can have two guns on the front. I don't have an extra gun, all I got is this thing, but I can throw this on the back. Not quite like that. I'll throw it right here. And now, if I back up into somebody or something, I can destroy it that way as well. So let's go ahead and kill this guy off. Giving us quite a few enemies to start with. It's usually not this jam-packed with guys. Gonna go ahead and do the same on this side again. Now you do gotta be careful when you go out like this because it can make your vehicle really wide, and that can be a hard thing to do when you're going over hills and things of that sort. You become too wide to actually be able to get over them. So obviously wide is good because you can have more guns on the front, but sometimes you have to go up so that your wheels have some room. Let's go ahead and kill this guy real quick. Remember, try not to destroy any blocks that you don't have to, because you're going to want to keep those for yourself. Unfortunately, we destroyed a few right there. And the gun is damaged, but we can still take that. And we can take this too, because later on, we'll have some place to put it. In fact, we can put it on the front now. There we go. We want to turn this guy around, though. I have it facing towards the back. And you can see some of our weapons are actually flashing. Like I said before, that means they're damaged. So what we're going to do is come back here and get them repaired. You just travel into the little green orb, and you'll see the damaged blocks are now getting healed. It takes a few seconds, sometimes a little bit longer, depending on how damaged they truly are. Let's see. Okay, that was pretty quick. It wasn't too bad. Now you can't really see where enemy are. You can't see where any of the enemies are. Sorry guys, I can't speak tonight. Because you don't have a little radar unit. You're going to get that later on when you pick it up off of some of these guys. There is a base over here, and this is the base that's supposedly supposed to work for you once you take it over. I lost a wheel. Now you can always pick those wheels up and use them again. You just have to stop firing for a second. Of course, when you stop firing, you know you're left yourself wide open to attack, so not always the easiest thing to do. Go ahead and throw on another wheel real quick. Let's get this weapon. You can hear somebody else firing at us in the distance. So probably won't stay here for too much longer. This a weapon? It sure is. I have no place to put it. There's a couple weapons here, actually. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I have nowhere at all. I can't even put it on the back. But I'm going to run back here, get healed up real quick, because I don't want this block to fall off again. It's on the front of my vehicle. That makes it a little bit more vulnerable than the rest of the blocks. If you have really strong blocks, like the big yellow blocks that you can get later on in the game, make sure those are always on the part of the vehicle that's getting hit the most. They change tactics later on, so the front is usually where you get hit at the beginning, but then as the game progresses, they find out that, yeah, you do have stronger blocks in the front, or you're used to that, so you have all your cannons in the front. And they start changing it so that they actually try to run around you. Oh, this is going to be bad. Die, punk. I'm whooping this guy's butt. What's wrong? Why can't I fire? Oh, he destroyed my main block. If that main block gets destroyed, your whole vehicle just falls apart. So I was still doing really well. He didn't destroy any of my other blocks, but that main block went, and that was pretty much it. So let's see. I can grab some of these pieces and use them on my vehicle. Now remember, just because you're in this build mode does not mean he can't come over here and just start shooting you. He can indeed, and most of the time they will indeed do just that. So be careful where you do this. But again, in our situation, we really don't have too much of a choice, because we need some weapons. We can't take them on like this by ourselves. So let's get some more of these weapons back on us where we can actually do some damage. Make sure they're facing the right direction. When you put them on, you can always change it. We'll do that with these back here. In fact, we need wheels there. So we'll turn these to the side. Turn this one to the side as well. There we go. We'll throw some wheels on real quick just in case he comes over. We're not left without the ability to move. And there are different size wheels, in case you guys are wondering. You can get them in a lot of different sizes. And usually the bigger wheels are better, just because this terrain in this game is usually pretty hilly. And without those bigger wheels, you're going to get stuck on some of the bigger hills. You're not going to be able to get over them usually at all, or very easily if you can. I think that's the last one as far as lasers go. And we'll go ahead and throw this on the back for good measure. Not that I don't think we're really going to need it. But before we go over, and you can see my guy's having a hard time turning as it is. So before we go over, we're going to go back and heal up, just so that we're as prepared as possible to take that guy on. Not that you really lose anything when you die, if you can get back to your blocks in time before they all disappear, but we don't really want to jump into battle unless we're absolutely prepared for it. And you can see even the front blocks, the weapons and things of that sort, they were already damaged. So it may have been just one more hit before they blew up. It could be a lot more. We never know. So it's always good to come back and just heal your blocks up. Be safe, because I've jumped into fights many times ahead of where I should have been, And sometimes you come out on top and you get a huge reward for it. And other times you lose all the work that you just put in, you know, an hour to get to. So like I said before, it's safer. Oh, you punk. You're going down. There you go. Let's see, what do we want to do? Oh, okay, we know what we want to do. We want to take this wheel off. And this wheel. And we want to take that off. And we're going to have to take this weapon off as well. We didn't want to throw it, we're just putting it down. The mechanics in this game seem to be off a little sometimes. Sometimes you meant to throw it down. Other times it just puts it down. Can't quite figure it out sometimes why it does the things it's doing. We want to change that. There we go. Now we can put these wheels on this side. And again, like I said, you don't want to go too wide. But because this is the beginning of the game, we're going to go ahead and just go out a little bit more than we normally do. And then we're going to put blocks here going up. In fact, we'll move that to the side. Check this. Put that up there. And because we go up, now we can have more guns in the front facing forward. The benefit to that is if we're facing an enemy, like we were just doing a second ago, we can actually do a lot more damage right off the bat than we could have a minute ago. So let's see. There's our weapon over here. So we can put that right there. We can also take one of these guys and put it over here, turn it to face to the side, and then I can get this new weapon, which has to be facing forward. It can't be sitting on top of something. It has to be facing like that. And it fires pretty well, so let's see, what else do we want? Well, we don't really have a place for this yet, but we want that. We also want these wheels here. These are the big wheels. We'll put them in the back for now until we find a couple more, because they are going to off-center us, or you know, make us a little back, a little bit in the back rear. We're going to be a little taller than the other ones because they do lift us off the ground a little bit more than any of the others. What is this? Oh, this is a good one. Put that on the side. And I think that's it for weapons. We've got that other one over there, but that one's about to fall apart anyway. So, and this is our base. As soon as we take it over, there's still one more guy. And you are dead, punk. Let's see, what did he have? Oh, a radar. We definitely want to put that on. Gonna go take this and put this on as well. This will help us collect resources. Let's see, we got this as well. And another weapon. I don't really have anywhere to put it, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Right there on the side. That works out well. And now this base belongs to us. If it gets destroyed, pretty much game over. You don't really get another one of these bases. Let's see if we can do anything with it yet. If we click on it, does it do anything? There we go. Recipes. Refinery wood equals. So that's fuel. Small power cell. Still not doing anything, but let's collect some resources and see what happens. We can do that simply by coming over to the tree, shooting a couple of them down. The resources will be collected in this little thing right here. And I believe it can hold up to like 9 or 10 at one time. You bring it back over here and turn it in, and it will automatically suck them up when you get close enough. You can see it doing it right there. And it will pass them down the line until they get processed and turned into something pretty cool. So let's see, what's it doing. And there you go. If we go inside that, it's going to heal us up. Now, not quite as big as the other one, and of course you have to worry about the building itself taking up a lot of the space. But we can, if we ease it around, try to get everything in there, at least little bit by little bit. And it's turning that wood into fuel. When that fuel is gone, though, this shield will fall apart. It will just disintegrate. So let's see. So that's the only recipe we have. So we need to go out and find some more recipes, and then maybe we can make something different. Before we do that, I'm going to collect a little bit more wood so that the base has a little bit more, you know, give before that shield falls apart. Because again, if the base gets destroyed, I don't think you get another one. At least you didn't in the past with the other expansions. But this is the first one that's I've played anyways that the base has actually somewhat worked. They've been tinkering with that, messing around with it a little bit here and there, so let's go ahead and wait and get this stuff off real quick. And there's a lot of different resources you can bring. You can see different rocks in the background. We may try to get some of those in a little while and see if that does anything. Before we do that, we're going to go over here where the yellow question mark is and see what's over there. They usually will lead you to certain areas at the very beginning of the game that they want you to kind of explore and try out, that will lead you in the right direction. And as you can see, we have a little hard time going over some of those hills because we are so wide. So we kind of have to stay away from that until we get bigger tires, or make ourselves go up a little bit, which is easily just put a couple blocks down on the bottom and have your tires up just a tad bit. So let's see. There's another guy over here, big guy. Let's see if we can take him out. We might be able to. Oh, he has a lot of radar units. I'm not sure why. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So let's see. What we want to do is put one of these things here. Take this block and put it, well, not right there. We actually want to go a little further down. There we go. Then we can take this big tire, put it over here. We can actually drop this tire. We don't need any of these tires anymore. Take this tire off. Put this right here. I'm gonna take I did not want to put the tire there. And it's tossing the tires around again. Don't want to do that either, but we want to take this other tire off. And now we want to turn it, if it lets us. Nah, that didn't work either. How do we want to do this? Almost gonna have to put it like that, and then turn it and put it the other way. I guess that's gonna have to do for now. It's not gonna be exactly perfect, but you know, it doesn't have to be. You're gonna constantly get new blocks, and every time you get a new block, you're gonna change things around and mess with the layout. So don't get used to any one style, because you'll be surprised about how often you will just replace everything on it. Go ahead and go down right here. We already have a radar, so let's go with another one right here. Are these the big wheels? Nah, they're just regular size ones. We're going to go ahead and put on an extra radar unit just in case we lose the one we have, because it really does suck when those get destroyed. Let's go ahead and put it down. So we're a little front heavy, as you can see when we moved around. And now that we discovered this thing, which is the radar, when we go back to our base, it should have the option there, if everything's working right, to go ahead and let us build one of those. So that if it does get destroyed, we can go ahead and just make our own. Let me see if we can pick up some of this stuff. Wow, I'm moving around a lot quicker, turning a lot quicker than I would really care for. Get out of my way, tree. These trees do come back occasionally. They take a little bit of time before they do, so you're welcome to destroy any of this stuff, but just be aware that the blocks will disappear. Somebody's chasing after us. Get out of my way. Let's see, where's my base? I thought it was over here. Maybe I went in the wrong direction. Maybe it's the blue. It's either that blue over there. Yeah, I think this is it over here. Let's check it out. Turn this stuff in, and then I'll get to look at this little thing right here. Slot for refinery. Wait, I wasn't done with that. There we go. Oh, I'm making some money too. So these are the little different items that I've discovered, apparently. I've discovered wood, sap jelly, and plumbite ore. I wasn't done with that. Okay, I got an enemy coming over here pretty soon. You can see him off in the distance. You don't want to let him get to your base because he can destroy it. I'm stuck on it though. Here we go. So it has the shield up, so it's good to go. And I'm going to see if I can destroy this guy before he does any damage. Completely annihilates me with all his weapons. Die, punk. Come on, let me destroy him. There we go. Wow, he has a lot of weapons on him. Okay, so we're going to add some of this stuff to the back because we are a little back heavy, as you guys have seen already. There we go. Make it that way. Put one of these wheels on the back, the big ones. That's the only block I have, huh? That sucks. And we lost a wheel. But thankfully we got a couple more big ones, which is why it's a good idea if you see the tires you like, just to go ahead and pick them up and put an extra couple on, so that if you do lose one in a fight, you have a couple extras to spare. I'll take this little tiny one off. Don't need that anymore. And let's see. Oh, we got plenty of space on the front of our vehicle for these red lasers. Now you can see in the front, my main cab is actually exposed. That's almost a definite death when you go into combat. You never want to do that. So the very first chance I get, I'm definitely going to go ahead and get some of my blocks put on there just to cover it up, because that is just that's just asking for it, really, because they're going to aim right for that if they have a chance to, and they usually will destroy you pretty quick. So I actually hate having that open. I almost want to change it right now, but I don't really have anything to go on it. Let's see, put these weapons on here. Some of them won't be able to fire, but that's alright. Like I said before, when you get more blocks, you can go ahead and put them on then. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, you will actually get more blocks than you do weapons. So if you do happen to go against a guy who has a lot of weapons on him, don't waste the opportunity. Pick them up, because you're going to need them later on when you really, really have the spots, but no longer have the weapons to put. Let's see, where can we put this? Put it right there. You can see I have quite a few weapons. Oh no, what is going on? Oh, I didn't put that there. I put it right here. I'm still a little front heavy, but that's alright. We need to get some more wood for this thing so we can repair our vehicle. It used to be... Oh no, what's going on? Back up, back up. Way too front heavy. And that's only going to get worse if I put another block on the front. There we go. So let's come back over here and turn this stuff in. Unfortunately, that building the radar wasn't under the options, so that sucks. Because it says when you discover those things, it should be there. Yeah, let's see. Nope, still not there. Refinery unit allows you to refine raw resources into something useful. Okay, so that's just going to let me refine stuff. So we don't want that. What about this? Small generator. If it didn't disappear so quickly. Consumes fuel resources. What is this doing? Delivery cannon. Well, stop disappearing on me. Come on. I'm just trying to find out what you are, man. There we go. Does not want to pop up. Delivery cannon sells unwanted items back to the earth. Okay, my guy's healing up while we do this anyways. Let's see, what does this do? GS, small battery cell, small power cell that can be recharged by a generator. Use this to power shields. Same thing there. What are these? GSO conveyor, standard conveyor. It moves things around. Any circuit you create. Okay, that's kind of interesting. GSO wireless charger allows you for the charge of batteries and transfers energy from... We don't want that. I guess we want it, but we don't need it to make something. Repair my damage. Something in here has to be able to make stuff. Otherwise, how are you supposed to use it? This is the only thing we've actually found that shows something different from what the the old patch was. So I guess let's keep looking around. We might actually find something else. What's that little yellow? We want to go over there. Let's go check this out and see if there's anything interesting. Now remember, your base can get attacked while you're gone, so that's always a danger. Well, there's a lot of guys over here. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. Watch out, there's a guardian protecting this area, so there's actually seems to be 3 of them over here. No, what are you doing? I'm so front heavy with that stuff on. Ah, punk, I need your stuff. There we go. Let's go ahead and change some of this. We definitely need a little bit more weight in the back. So let's take this weapon off and put this down. Yeah, right there. What else can we do? We can take this off and this wheel off. No, don't throw them down. Just put them down. There we go. And this should give us a little bit more weight back here. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use this block right here on the front, just to protect my little base a little bit more. Don't know why that just happened like that. It's so stupid when it does things. I guess I just have myself to blame, but let's see, how do we fix that? We want to go ahead and change that. There we go. Put this next to that. I guess we can do that as well. No, we're going to have to put that down here on the bottom, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. And now we can put a tire here. You can even put a tire on the inside as well. That's a little bit harder to get to sometimes. It doesn't like doing that for the most part. But we'll try it here so you guys can see, since we have a couple extra tires. That would ideally be the way to do it. This is usually what will happen, is it wants to put it facing up, because that seems to be the logical way to put a tire on your vehicle. Not quite sure why that's the default. You can really fandangle it though if you work at it and change the angle, and you can even zoom in a little bit to try to do it, but it doesn't quite like to get on the side where you would imagine it should be the default. Somehow underneath the carriage is... Come on. It's aggravating when it won't go on the block. You can't even like move it around with the wheel. There's something interesting over there. Well, I'd go take a look at it if I could get this wheel on right. There we go. So we got that one on at least. And we have this other one. We can try to... Almost like we should look at the other wheel and then put it over here. It seemed to work for the other one. Come on. Just don't want to go on there, do you? Want to be a pain. You're gonna make me pull my hair out. Come on, you little punk. Talking to a computer that won't listen to me. Computer, hello, computer. Oh, how quaint. You were a butt, computer. I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, toss it away, punk. Let's see, we can go ahead and put this on the front. Give ourselves a little bit more uber look to it. We want to go ahead and put some of these weapons on the back. Remember to face them the right way, otherwise they won't do anything either. We'll take that, put this over here. There we go. This weapon, not doing anything on there, so we can stick it on the sides. We can stick it on the back. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the back because they do have the tendency to flank us and come out the backside and just take us out. So you want to make sure you have weapons facing every which way direction you possibly can. Put our little radar units on the inside where they're not doing any good, because weapons would be blocked by the other ones anyways. Go ahead and put this over here. And I think that's all. No, I got one more weapon. These are really good, actually. Wish I had that facing the front. Actually, I could right there on the side. There we go. Nice. So that's pretty cool. I like that design. No, I'm still front heavy? That doesn't make any sense. I got more stuff in the back than ever. It's crazy. Let's put this weapon over here in the back as well. Maybe that's what we need, is just a few more weapons. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. If you like these episodes, please hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely leave comments down below. I'd love to hear how you guys are enjoying this game and what you think of it so far. Again, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode.